What link do I share to tell people?
The one that I'm gonna reply to in the chat here. The tweet. Hold on. This. You got the link? We're live, by the way, just so you know.
All right, okay, we are live.
Hey everybody, it's Richard Hart from hex.win or pumpamentals.com. I feel like your 10% bonus. I'm here with Bitcoin maximalist Peter McCormack, who I think is gonna defend the best cryptocurrency in the world, Bitcoin, right? I think that's what we'll do, but who knows?
Maybe. Hold on. Have you? Did you like tweet it out or something?
Yeah, I tweeted it, but like, I'll send you the link again so that you can tweet it because this is as useful as people see it, right?
Right.
So there's the link again.
Right. That's not that's a YouTube link, not a tweet. Right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Right.
We're just making sure that everyone's seen the promotion.
Which is bullshit.
This is gonna be good. I love it.
Bullshit. Right, don't get into some big fucking technical debate with me because
all right.
you know my limitation.
Right. Yeah, it's all good.
We won't achieve anything with that.
Okay.
So quite interestingly,
well, what are we talking about? Tell the audience what we're talking about because they might not be caught up.
Who knows? Let's see where the fuck this goes.
All right.
Well, firstly, I'm in a really difficult position with you because I actually quite like you.
Thanks, man.
Which is really annoying because every other fucking scammer out there, I usually don't like them. But you look like my hero Axl Rose.
All right. Thank
which
you.
you're instead of. And every time I've spoken to you, I've got on with you. Like we've like banged heads, but I've always felt like I could go out and drink with you.
Sure.
I felt like if I lived near you, you'd probably be a friend of mine. I like you as a person.
Thanks, man. You're pretty cool.
But it's really fucking difficult because you're clearly you're clearly scamming everyone. And before you defend it, I'm going to tell you a conversation I had with. So I've got a full-time like engineer producer who helps me with my podcast now, which is really fucking useful. And he messaged me earlier. And I'm going to tell you what he said. And I'm going to tell you what I said in reply.
In court, this would be hearsay, but I'll allow it. I'll admit it.
No, I can do a screen grab. Where the fuck is it? Where are you?
I believe you, man. Like
Danny. Right. I'm gonna actually. So he sent me this tweet that you put earlier. What is the best ways you've heard of to protect your privacy as an Ethereum user?
Yes.
And then he messaged me. What a fucking scam! Got over 4 million in ETH in the first 3 days, and now trying to find out how to dump it privately. My reply to him was, I kind of like the front of him just doesn't give a fuck. And what I can't figure out here is, are you just trolling everyone? I mean, you're scamming everyone. Let's not pretend it's anything else. Okay. I mean, this is a scam. But what I can't figure out is whether you're like you genuinely believe what you're doing, which I don't believe you do.
Okay.
Or you're actually here scamming everyone, or you're scamming everyone and laughing and like it's a piece of art to you. You're so fucked up with the crypto industry. You've wrecked yourself so much that you're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna fucking scam everyone and I'm gonna laugh at them as I do it, and then I'm gonna sail off in the sunset. I just can't figure out what it is you're doing.
So the difference is, this is gonna sound pompous and gross.
Probably.
I understand scams better than most people do. I know how they work. I know how they harm people. I know how people lose all their life savings. And I actually want to help all those people.
No, you're not. You're scamming people.
Okay, so let's go over it.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay. How does everyone win? Let's just, for basic questions, how does everyone win?
Well, first, why don't we just attack the easy things, right? So the website says that Hex is designed to go up over 10,000x in 2.5 years. That sounds impossible, right? That sounds like bullshit, right? I mean, that sounds like a scam, right?
What happens in 3 years?
I have no idea. I do have an idea in Hex terms. I have no idea what will ever happen in USD, but I know it's possible, and it's very responsible and very reasonable to look at what is possible, right? So I want to make sure that we agree on the facts. A 10,000x return in USD in less than 2.5 years sounds outrageous and impossible and like total bullshit, right?
No, it is bullshit.
Okay. How much X is Bitcoin up right now?
Don't
Used
care.
to be a
don't
penny.
know. Don't know. Don't care.
Okay. Well, it's up 750,000 X. So 750,000 X is what Bitcoin is up from a penny to $7,500. And it used to be up over 2 million X when it was 20,000. And it was actually designed, Bitcoin was designed to do larger numbers than that because it's designed to replace fiat currency. And if it does replace fiat currency, it's going to be far higher than a 2 million X return. So I quote a very, very small number compared to Bitcoin, but you just didn't know the Bitcoin number. So it seemed big to you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It
And
doesn't
Ethereum
matter.
did more. Ethereum did
matter.
more.
How
No, it
does-
does matter. This is
how
the
does
difference
every-
between
no,
a
no.
reasonable claim
Richard.
and an unreasonable claim.
Yeah. How does everyone win? How does everyone win? How does everyone who puts money in? How does everyone? The only way you can make that money.
I don't
is
think
go-
everyone in cryptocurrency does win,
Richard,
ever.
Richard,
That's not how
listen,
cryptocurrencies work.
Listen, I watched your thing with Stefan the other day, and you
Uh-huh.
interrupted him all the time. So let's not do that because that's bollocks. Okay.
Right, but I just answered your question. You didn't hear the answer.
Yeah. No, because I
Because
didn't
you were
get
talking.
the frame. Okay.
I can answer it again.
I'm not the smartest guy, but I can see bullshit when I see it. Right.
Right.
Okay. If the only way to
Everyone
exit-
is not going to win. Everyone
Okay.
is not going to win. A lot of people are going to lose.
Okay, so you're openly admitting now this is designed for a lot of people to lose.
That's how every speculative instrument works in the history of mankind. Human beings think things are worth a lot, and then they think they're worth a little, and then they think they're worth a lot, and it's not avoidable. Price discovery is a gross thing. Price discovery is hard. Determining how long something is in the real world is actually really hard. You think it's easy because you look at a ruler and you don't realize that every ruler is slightly a different size than every other ruler. When you start to look at the world with resolution, detecting anything is hard, right?
Okay, so what percentage of people are going to lose that have invested in this? Do you estimate?
If a new cryptocurrency has the same chart as other cryptocurrencies has had, then Bitcoin always drops 85% at some point. It has done so more than 3 times in the 10 years that it has existed. And all the altcoins, for the most part, have dropped 95%. And so if Hex is similar to either of those, then I would assume at some point people will overvalue it, and then there will be a correction. And I've programmed it to avoid that, and I can tell you how I tried to program it to avoid that.
No,
but you
don't
can
care.
just okay.
So it's a pump and dump. So your value proposition is this is a pump and dump.
Is Amazon a pump and dump? It dropped 95%. It's now 50% of global. It's 50% of commerce on the internet in the United States.
Okay,
It dropped 95%. No, it's not.
Okay, no, it is because
Is Bitcoin a pump and dump? It's dropped 85% 3 times.
No, because they all have a value proposition. You don't have a value proposition.
Yes, I do. What I built is better than Bitcoin.
No,
Seriously.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so let's.
You
go
said
with
you
that
didn't
one
want to get technical, but then you bring it technical. I say it's better, and I want to describe it, but you say it's not, and you don't want to hear it. Like,
then. Okay, so you know why I used to like you? Because actually, you are really technical and you're a really good debater. And I used to love watching. Like, I love the way you tore Roger Ver apart.
it's just
Like,
because I'm right. It's not because I'm better. It's like,
No,
yeah,
it's
I'm
not.
pretty good at debating, but I'm also right. It's just easier to look right when you are right.
No, it's easy. No, you're pretty good at scamming. Now,
How
listen,
much money have I made on my scam, dude?
Well, I don't know. So let me ask you that. Well, I'll come back to that.
So how long have I been in crypto, and how much money have I made on scamming?
So you have a questionable past, but like most people who are scammers, they will never admit
Name
it.
one human being that I've ever scammed in my entire life, ever, in my whole life.
How will I go and look up all the
Because
people
when people get scammed, they yell very loudly and they get very angry and they go, I got scammed by that guy. And it happens super easy. Like OneCoin, remember OneCoin? There's whole like video documentaries on the human beings that have been harmed by OneCoin.
Yeah.
Let me know a single person I've ever scammed in my entire life, or anyone that didn't even get a good deal.
Okay. So anyway,
You make outrageous claims as a journalist, and then you have no backup for them, and you think
Okay.
it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay for you to call me a scammer when I'm not. It makes you the scammer.
No, you're a
Truthfully.
no, you're a scammer.
Okay, so who did I make money on, and how much did I make?
Well, so the $4 million in ETH that's gone in. Where
Yes.
does that go? Where does that go?
Well, right now it just went to one address and sat there, and it's never moved.
Yeah. Okay.
So whoever
right
has
now.
the keys to that,
Who has
if
the keys
anyone
to that
has the
address?
keys to it, could spend it however they like.
So who has the keys to that address?
Why would
You
I tell you
put it-
that?
Well, it's you. Of course, it's fucking you.
If you want to
course
think
it's you.
that, go ahead. I don't
No,
mind.
no.
Think what
No,
you
no.
like.
It is 100% you, because otherwise, what is the fucking point? What, you created this and you gave the keys to someone else, or you're doing
Right.
doing some Satoshi Nakamoto thing?
So you're okay with Bitcoin, right? Who is he? So you're okay with Bitcoin. Satoshi can do whatever he wants, right? But if someone starts their own cryptocurrency trying to do things Bitcoin can't, they're evil because they're not anonymous and they don't like they. I don't get it.
Yeah. I think we've got to the point where we agree with anyone with any ethical backbone disagrees with any form of pre-mine, and this is a pre-mine.
Are you crazy? Every single cryptocurrency advantages the people that first get in. Satoshi stealth mined Bitcoin before you ever heard about it, and that's why he owned 20 and 30 and fucking 100% of it at any moment. And it's also highly inflationary. You think Bitcoin's deflationary. I don't know why. Bitcoin's inflationary, which is the only way you can go from 0 coins to 18 million coins in 10 years, is through high inflation. It's got over 3.8% inflation, and it's cut its inflation in half twice, from 50 to 25 to 12.5, and soon to 6.25 block reward per block. But you have a conception that has been sold to you by people that is false, but you have never questioned it. You think Bitcoin's deflationary, it's inflationary. You think Bitcoin is not a scam for some reason, but everything else is. Dogecoin dropped 95%, Bitcoin dropped 85%. Can you explain to me how the blue chip only outperforms the comedy coin by 10%? But no one mentions this shit to you, and then you just think that you found the best thing in the world. We're down at 7,000 now after a 20,000 top, and you promote that shit. You promote that, Peter. You promote Bitcoin, which a fucking lot of people bought 20K, and now they're sitting at 7K 2 years later. You promote that. They bought the 14K top 2 months ago, and they're down 50% from that shit, and you promote that, and no one calls you a scammer? Why aren't people calling you a scammer for promoting a pump and dump?
They do.
I called to short at 19K on Bitcoin. By the fucking way, Google Richard Hart 19K Bitcoin.
Dude, the only video I remember about you trading was the one where you were crying because you were like, "Fucking lost all my money. It goes up."
I literally post my price calls on a price chart. They're so good.
This is bullshit. It's done it again.
Right. I cried at 8,500 after calling a 9,300 long and said the bull market was in, and then we went down to 3K. And then I told everyone to close their shorts at 4K. And then I told everyone to long at 10K. It went up to 12 with a $50 drop, which was the easiest long in the world. But then didn't call close until 10.4.
The problem is, it's almost like it's
But you say things that are wrong and you're okay with it. Like you're saying I'm a bad trader. Like it doesn't make sense. I publish my calls. I don't delete them.
I didn't say you're a bad trader. I said the last time I remember you talking about trading was that time where you came on and you were crying your eyes.
I'm the one that publicized the BitConnect Ponzi, or rather the Plus Token Ponzi, that no one else publicized, no one else popularized. And the 14K top was the day that their founders got arrested. And as you watch their Ponzi scheme, they own over 1% of all Bitcoin. Did you know that? Did you know that a Chinese Ponzi scheme owns 1% of all Bitcoin, and that they bought the 3K bottom? And when they got arrested, it was the 14K top? If you don't know that, you should be watching my stream more, because I'm one of the only people talking about it.
No, I don't watch your stream anymore because you're a scammer. You're fucking people over. Where's the 4 million ETH go?
Christ.
Where's the 4 million?
Here's the reason I don't want you to know, and I don't want anyone to know, okay? If you promise people returns, then you could be having a security, and a security is a regulated activity. And so you have to be very, 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 very super careful not to sell people a bunch of bullshit, because you may end up in jail for violating securities law.
Oh, you're going to end up in jail.
So guys like you...
problem. You're definitely going to end up in jail for this.
Okay.
And it'll be hilarious. And I'll be fucking laughing. And also, I will then probably cry because I'll be like, oh, I really fucking like Richard.
Peter, I'm explaining things to you. I'm educating you, but you're not letting the information in. I'm telling you the truth about the world, but you're not listening. I'm telling you why the bottom happened, why the top happened, what the actual price performance of all these crypto things are. And these are all true things. They're not even arguable. Nothing I've said is arguable. You call me a scammer, I say, where are my victims? You say, I don't need victims. I can just keep calling you a scammer for fun. That's not reasonable.
No, it is reasonable. You're a scammer. You are a fucking scammer.
You're breaking the word. If you knew where the ETH went, you might expect profit from it. If you thought it went to someone who liked Ethereum, you might think the Ethereum price was going to go up because it might be getting locked or burnt or staked or something. Well, guess what? If you don't know where it's going, then whoever has those keys can't make you any promises. Then they can't violate the Howey Law for you having expectations you shouldn't have. Because you shouldn't expect any good thing to happen from that money. Nothing. It's not your money.
You have the keys.
If I did,
no.
how exactly would that be bad? Do tell me.
Oh no, it just confirms your scam that this is a
So
this
if
is
people
a
exchange their
mind pump and dump bullshit that I thought were. The only thing I'm amazed about, and the thing I give you a bit of credit for, that is if you found enough morons to put 4 million into this, and God knows how much more. Like you found that
lot, I
many
hope.
morons who believe you're utter bullshit. And like
Right,
fair play, I know you fucked up. I know you got wrecked. You lost all your money. This is all you can do is to scam people to get out of it. But Richard, people are going to lose money because of you. People are going to lose money because of you. So either you're a fucking either you're a sociopath or a fucking criminal, but you're a sociopath or a criminal. You're neither. You're one or the other because you're making something. You know,
why not
full well
both?
people
I
are
mean,
going to
you
lose
could be
money.
both, right?
Yeah, well, you're at least one. So you're either a sociopath or a criminal, probably both. But people are going to lose money because of your lies and your bullshit, and you're okay with that. And I just think that's
So I said that it's likely to drop 85 to 95% at some point. A more outrageous claim than you're willing to make, but I'm the scammer, right?
Yes, you're the scammer. Yeah.
So I said this is what these types of entities usually do, and if Hex behaves like that, then it is likely to do that at some point. And then you're accusing me of like misleading people, but I'm giving you better information than you're giving them. I'm letting them know that cryptocurrencies, even the best one in most people's mind, drops 85%, almost as much as Dogecoin, about once every 3 years. But you think that I'm like misleading people. I'm telling people the truth, but you just don't like that it's successful, I guess.
No, it's not successful. I didn't like this before it launched. I am amazed you've got 4 million into it so far. I didn't like it before it's launched. I've been calling you a scammer now for as long as you've been talking about it. I think I was calling you a scammer the last time we actually spoke.
Can we agree that everyone knows your position on my personal qualities, and that we could make more progress in the interview if we hit all the other topics beyond just how much I suck?
I think we should focus the entire thing on you being a fucking scammer.
Okay,
that's all we should talk about.
You're gonna need a thesaurus because you should have more words.
Because I don't need. I can fucking scammer, thief, dodgy bloke, criminal, sociopath, wanker, massive cunt.
I do that. You got one.
How many words do we describe you? But you're going to go off with this.
Why don't we talk about how scams work and then hope that people don't fall for them? Isn't that a good, useful thing?
No, I think we should entirely focus on not on you being a scammer, and I don't want to go out of that window of thing. It's just the entire thing. I'm going to say you're a scammer. This is a scam. You're scamming people. Around my way, we call you a dodgy bloke, maybe a bit of a cunt. Total wanker. Honestly, I hope you fucking get arrested. I hope you end up in jail. I think you're a massive prick. I think.
Jesus Christ.
The fact is, the saddest thing of all of this is that you used to be against this stuff. Firstly, you used to be against Ethereum, and now you've put it on fucking Ethereum.
Yeah, would you like me to explain why?
No, because it'll be some post-rationalized bullshit that I don't care about.
Okay.
You were done it to justify your scam, but you did an amazing teardown of Ethereum before.
Yes, and it's still up. I can give you the link.
Yeah,
Google.
And now you're using that.
Everyone that wants to hear how shitty Ethereum is, Google Richard Hart, 9 reasons why Bitcoin will always be better than Ethereum. And it's on Medium. And I leave it up because it's all true. And it's still true.
Yeah.
Bitcoin sucks and Ethereum sucks. Bitcoin's awesome and Ethereum is awesome. You have to look at what part you want of it. If you want to... Can I educate the audience? Because we know your opinion.
Scamming?
Yes, I could teach you about scams if you like. I know a lot about them.
So I get a lot of people message me who've lost money. Some guy messaged me the other day. Hold on. Let me see if I can dig it out.
You don't have to look far for people who are going to lose money in cryptocurrency.
So a guy messaged me the other day and he said, "Hi Peter, I'm still battling the scourge of Bitcoin meltdown post 2017. Lost an insane amount of money. It cost me my friendships, my partner. I fear it's taken a toll on my mental health as well. How did you get through it?" You know, I talked to him about it, and he comes later. But the mental strain's a killer. I lost $4.8 million. I considered killing myself. Actually, got it with my inheritance. Lost it, trying to make up my losses.
He'll revenge trade. He'll lose more.
Yes.
So and then he'll get like, sure. Yeah, I believe all that. So why do you promote the thing that ruined him? What's wrong with you, mate? Why are you a scammer?
Okay.
Why are you scamming? You do a cryptocurrency television show. You just told me this guy's life was destroyed by the thing that you like, and you don't learn from it. Like, you destroyed that guy's life. He's learning about it from you.
Yeah.
I also tell people not to trade.
Yeah, I tell people not to trade.
Yeah, it'll destroy their lives.
I talk about the technology because the technology is useful to people, and I stand by that. I don't tell people to trade. It's a highly risky asset. But
agree.
I am aware there are people like that who lose a lot of fucking money, and it ruins their lives. And you are creating something that's only designed as a pump and dump. It has no benefit. Yes, it is. Has nothing, no benefit out of it.
I don't think you understand what I built. I don't think you understand it.
Some Ponzi bullshit.
Can you tell me what it does then? Like, do you understand what it does?
Yeah, it scams people.
Right. So what happens here is you're angry because you think something's going to hurt people, but you don't know what the thing is, and you're just like a fiat maximalist.
I'm angry because you've turned into a massive cunt. That's what I'm angry about. You were a good guy. People like you. And you've turned into this fucking cunt, and I don't know why. Do it for whatever reason you want. I just think it's fucking pathetic.
Peter, can we try and learn something from the conversation? Let's just all agree that I am horrible, and we just covered that.
We can agree that.
Yes,
right, we've agreed that. Okay, can we agree you're a scammer?
Can we talk about anything that's not me, like scams in general? What the thing actually does?
No, don't care what it does. You're a scammer.
Okay.
Scam. You're a scammer. That's all I'm going to say over and over again. You're a scammer. I think everyone who listens in, don't buy your bullshit. Don't buy your scam. You know what? It's fucking pathetic. It's like, I tell you who I'd love to debate you is Udi. Udi would fucking tear you're a new arsehole.
I offered him and he cowered out. He literally ran away.
Like most people, he just doesn't want to give time of day to a scammer.
You're not being accurate or truthful. I know the history. I was part of it. I messaged Udi and I'm like, hey, come on the live stream. Let's debate. And he's like, no, I think you might win or something to that effect, right? Like I don't remember in what form he tried to decline, but it was like he was afraid, basically.
Yeah, that would have
been.
And
then we did it again. And he said, give me, a Bitcoin an hour or something, or like 0.3 Bitcoin an hour. And then people were like, okay, we'll crowdfund it. Like an Ethereum guy, an Ethereum auditor named Bertrand.
That was a joke. Do you know where the 0.3 Bitcoin comes from?
Yeah, it comes from Tone Vase. I know everything, bro.
It's a joke. He's not going to take the money. Udi's not going to take the money.
Well, why doesn't he do like everyone else does and spread the truth? I have a large audience. I have in crypto, a large audience. I have 100,000 followers.
You got a fucking Hex earring in?
Yes, and a necklace and a T-shirt. I have everything Hex. I'll get Hex underwear as soon as I find them. I believe it's like so. Do you want your cryptocurrency to have lower fees?
Don't care about your scam.
All right. Do you like Monero?
Nah, it's okay. Not really. It's all
you
right.
don't like it.
That's
you don't
fine.
like. You don't like privacy.
Privacy is one of those things that we talk about that should be super important, but no one gives a fuck. We saw everything that happened with Facebook. Everyone's still on Facebook. People talk about wanting privacy. Privacy will be relevant when it's baked into the product. If it's baked into your Apple, then it's fine. Most people don't give it. The only people who care about privacy are people who've got something to hide, which is fine. Like generally enough to use it. No, let me finish. Or some very hardcore Bitcoiners. No, look, got to talk about the normal person. Okay, Facebook still has 2 billion users, yet we know what they're doing with our data. Everyone still uses Visa and MasterCard, yet we know what they do with our data. So privacy is important. Just people don't give enough of a fuck to make a change. They're not going, oh, I think I should use Bitcoin instead, so people don't see my transactions. It's just not fucking happening. It doesn't mean the technology is not cool. It doesn't mean it's not important. People just don't give a fuck.
So do you think that people should buy Monero?
No, I don't.
Why? It lets them have privacy.
No, it depends on the circumstance. Like if they want to do a private transaction that's really important, yeah, fine, use it. Absolutely
do you think
fine.
People should buy Bitcoin?
It depends on the scenario.
Okay. Well, do you own Bitcoin?
I own Bitcoin, yeah.
Okay. Well, why'd you buy it?
Well, I guess originally bought it when my very first real purchase back in late 2016 was so I could do a transaction on the darknet to buy cannabis oil to treat my mum.
Jesus, that's a much more in-depth answer than I expected. Okay, interesting.
And then I invested like a moron, not understanding the markets, and bought every kind of bullshit there is.
When was your? You don't have to answer any of these, by the way, because these are prying questions. But what price point did you get in Bitcoin? Like when you invested?
Oh, it was like $700.
Okay,
$800.
Well, that's not that bad. You're up 10x, bro. That's pretty good.
Yeah, but it's complicated because then traded some, bought some mining gear, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, so now I understand it a lot more. I don't tell people to trade. I mean, people are going to trade. Fine.
They should not trade. You will lose all your money. It's worse than losing
well,
all your money. You'll also want to kill yourself. You'll lose your friends. You'll lose your sleep. You'll lose your family, and you'll lose all your money. And you're just torturing the other guy on the other side of the screen whose money you're trying to take, and he doesn't want you to have it. So even if you win, you just hurt somebody else, but you mostly lose. Like, I agree with all of that. So I removed all trading links from my YouTube and from my Twitter. You won't find any referral links to trading, although I've got them and I could just paste them back on there. I removed them, which is an odd behavior for a scammer, isn't it? Interesting.
I don't really fucking know, mate, to be honest.
I could teach you, but you don't want to learn. You don't want to know the truth. You have a preconceived notion that I suck, and you don't want to be freed of it. You're holding on to it very tightly, and you want to keep it. I could release you from it. I could share with you the things that I know that you don't, that would make you feel differently, but you just don't want to change. You don't want to learn. You want to stay where you're at. And I don't, as a journalist, I don't get it, because shouldn't you be intrigued and excited, or at least excited to see me fuck up somewhere and like, oh, I got him or something?
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I am excited to see you get arrested.
Okay, well then why don't we enhance the likelihood of me getting arrested by asking good questions that cover new ground, and then that gives the investigators more to work with, right?
No, because there's better people out there to debunk your claims than I am. So I'm just going to sit here, and then hopefully, if anyone sees this, they'll just hear me say scammer, scammer, scammer over and over again, and then they'll go and actually research and find the information from the people who are more technical than me or understand economics better than me and who can debunk it better than me. I'm just going to call you a scammer over and over again until they find it.
Isn't it easier to debunk scams than you? So we know OneCoin was a scam. We know Plus Token was a scam. We know BitConnect was a scam.
We know Hex is a scam.
We do not.
Yeah, we do.
So let's talk about the difference between Hex, right? Is Hex a multi-level marketing program?
Hex is a scam.
Right. Is Hex a Ponzi?
Yes, probably.
Okay, excellent. So Ponzi's fail when they can't meet their promises, right? That's how they fail. They run out of money. They steal money from the new guys. They give it to the old guys. And then they run out of new guys, and then they fail, and they exit scam, and they keep the money. That's how Ponzi's work. Explain to me how Hex does that.
I've not looked into the detail because I've not wasted any time on it, but it's a scam. It's probably
so you not only don't know anything about it, but you also don't want to know anything about it. You just want to say scam.
I just know it's a scam. You're trying to I mean, when you said you're created better than Bitcoin on Ethereum, I instantly knew it was a scam. So that's instantly a scam.
Right, but I know more about the tech than you do, and I've been at it longer, and I'm telling you the truth. Yes, and I crush everyone that steps to me. I stomp on them. I flatten them. They're scared to even talk to me. There's a trail of bodies behind me.
Yeah, because you talk over them. That's all you do. You just like rant and talk over them. It's not like you give Stefan Rivera gave very good answers, but you just shouted over him over and over again. And, it was disrespectful and it was shit. It wasn't that you were right. You were just louder and noisier.
Let's talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's a very simple conversation. Bitcoin has more hash rate than Ethereum, right? Yes? It does.
What's that? Sorry, what's that?
Bitcoin is a stronger network and a hash rate. It has higher hash rate than Ethereum. Yes?
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah. Now, most people believe that's more secure, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what if I increase the Bitcoin hash rate tenfold by turning on new miners of my own? Would that increase the security of Bitcoin?
No idea. It's not my area of expertise. I don't talk. I don't go in. If you ever listen to my shows, I don't do this stuff. I ask the questions like people like me don't understand.
So why don't you ask me some of those questions? Why don't you ask me some of those questions?
All right. Why are you scamming people?
I'm not.
Like, how much money did you lose? Like, really? How much did you lose? And how fucking wrecked were you to do this?
My lifestyle has not changed in any form whatsoever. Nothing has changed for me.
Yeah,
The big bubble happened. The big bubble didn't happen. Nothing happens.
You could have had 500,000, gone up to 20 million, and come back down to 500,000. So that's bullshit. How much did you wreck yourself? Like, I saw you fucking crying on YouTube about it.
Yeah, I used to spend all day, every day talking about how good Bitcoin was, kind of like you're doing. And then I realized that the game was going to change, and I was right.
Right. And you, the great Richard Hart, is going to solve it by creating better than Bitcoin on Ethereum. Fucking give me a break, mate. It's obviously bullshit.
It's not obviously bullshit, or you would understand why. So it has higher throughput. It has more modular code that's less likely to fail. It has a more diverse miner ecosystem, which is more robust and less likely to be attacked from nation states, because you could mine it, right? You could get it for free. Like I got in Bitcoin for free. You could get it for free.
Yeah. Well, what's that 4 million ETH for then?
That's for people that chose to do that. It's not a requirement at all. If no one wanted to do that, it would be nothing. Like
I'll be honest, Richard. I didn't come here to debate because I told you before it's not my skill. I don't have the ability. Better
why don't we bring someone else on the call, man?
I know.
If you're unwilling to honestly debate and talk about the ideas instead of the man, and you just want to ad hominem me, you don't want to talk about the actual tech, let's bring someone else on the call. You can like chant scammer once every 3 minutes, and this other guy that you bring on Udi, bring on your heroes, bro. Watch me crush them. Bring your heroes here to die, please.
Yeah. Right. It's 20.
I will crush all of them.
No, it's 20 to 12. I just came on to call you a scammer, tell you I was disappointed, tell you I used to like you. I didn't want to really listen to any of your bullshit. I know it's a scam. I know it's bullshit.
Well, I hope that you choose to learn what is actually going on, because you're not doing a good job preventing people from joining. You're doing a good job helping people join, because what you're doing doesn't look good for Bitcoin.
No, this isn't even about Bitcoin. We're not discussing Bitcoin. We're discussing your scam. I just think enough people now, hopefully when they see this, they'll go, oh, I need to research this. Like if some fucking moron thinks, oh, Richard Hart's created better than Bitcoin on Ethereum, they'll go, and then they see loads of people call you a scammer. Hopefully they'll do enough research. Probably, though, you're going to get away with it. You've got your 4 million ETH so far, whatever other bullshit you'll get through it. Although perhaps maybe some of that's just you just pumping it just to make it look popular.
Why don't you do chain analysis and look that the Ethereum's never moved?
Because every minute is a waste of my time with you. I think it's a real shame. I think you're a good dude.
So can we talk? So let's try this. Why don't you talk about anything you want to talk about, and I'll just give you a platform.
No, I'm going to go to bed, but what I'm going to do is just hope everyone like goes and speaks to somebody, researches somebody understands this.
Yes, please.
Like, goes to hexisascam.com or anywhere else that explains it as a scam.
You've misspelled it. It's hexscam.com without the is.
Okay. I am going to block you now.
It's also a referral website that you don't realize, and you're promoting the project without understanding it because you're bad.
Okay.
That's an affiliate website you're linking to.
I don't know.
You're just bad at journalism.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not bad at journalism. I was
you just shilled a referral link to my project out of your mouth is what you just did, because you're not smart enough to realize that hexscam.com is a referrer to Hex, but you're too stupid to understand that because you don't do good research. You do terrible research.
I was laying on the couch.
You've done no research for this.
Of course I've done no research. Why am I going to waste any fucking time on your scam? I was laying on this couch. You messaged me. I said, yeah, I'll go on. I'll call you a scammer. And I'm going to go. I'm not going to sit there and do any fucking research, spend any time on this, because it's definitely a scam. You're a scammer. You're ripping people off. Honestly, mate, I think it's utterly pathetic that what you're doing to people. But go ahead. I am going to block you now.
Okay.
Hopefully you'll disappear into the ether of my life. I hope you get arrested. I hope you end up in jail. I hope you get butt fucked by some people. Honestly, it's genuinely. I hope horrible things happen to you.
Oh my god.
Just go fuck yourself.
All right. Well, guys, I did my best. I tried. I really A+ tried. I did not expect that. Peter's a journalist. He does interviews full time. I didn't know that was the kind of thing that you could get out of journalism, is like, hey, I hate you and I don't know what you're doing, but I know I hate it. And I hope that you go to jail, and I hope that no one participates, but I don't understand. So I guess what I'll try and do is, here's what I'll try and do. Since Peter won't present his argument well, I will present Peter's argument for him in a light that I think is the best that